What's up, y'all? It is our first installment of Diego Luna and the Boys. Alright, today's our first podcast, you know what I'm saying? I'm joined by Tane Christopher McQuillan, as you may know. Today we'll be talking about future Hall of Famers in NFL. Alright, so Tane. What do you think about, like, Eli Manning being in the Hall of Fame?
That's not even a question.
Like, is he first ballot, second ballot?
He's first ballot, dog.
It's first ballot?
Yes. He is the first ballot Hall of Famer. And now let me tell you what. I'm joking.
Jesus. So I don't know. Like, I really do think that Eli Manning might be a Hall of Famer, but like, I don't know, because you know he had a pretty good like career and all that, but I don't know, dude. It's just Eli Manning, you know? He's not as good as Peyton. So,
okay.
It's like some static.
Peyton's also a Hall of Famer. I never said he fucking wasn't.
Well, yeah, Peyton's a Hall of Famer. Don't question me that. So.
Dude, okay. Alright, well, listen here. Okay. If you're in the top 10, if you're in the top 10 passing leaders, you're in the Hall of Fame. Okay?
Top 10 passing leaders?
Yes, well, unless you're Matt Ryan.
Oh yeah, see, Matt Ryan stinks. God,
like, dude, if you got
dude.
57,000
Okay, wait. Back to Matt Ryan, dude. He literally like, God.
Okay, well.
Like, what is that? God, he literally blows 30-point leads like it's Ash Cash giving slop.
They would be in the decent team, and maybe a playoff contender again. If they could be good. And not so please.
Yeah, but
he's literally got Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones.
Yeah.
And he can't freaking get a target in.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, but okay.
And then so.
Okay, so we both agree that Eli Manning is first ballot. All right.
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about Phil Rivers? You know, the quarterback of my favorite team.
Well, let me get started here, bud. Phil Rivers may be a Hall of Famer, but the only reason he would be a Hall of Famer, I couldn't even think of one. When you think of Philip Rivers, do you think of a guy who is 4 Super Bowls, 4 MVPs? No. You think of 15 children and 2 parents.
Jesus. Oh my God, I'm gonna get like 3 golden tickets. But
Come on.
dude, yeah, I'm like, but I'm kind of torn on it because Phil Rivers played a long time, right? But like, has he really done anything substantial in his career to get to the Hall of Fame? Like really? Oh shit!
Oh my God! Okay.
Dang, what the hell's happening on your side?
Alright. Okay.
Holy shit. Alright, so we're having some technical difficulties on the other side. Alright, he is back. Confirm. Alright, so we're still on Phil Rivers, right?
Yeah.
Phil Rivers, you know, he doesn't got the accolades to show it, but he's got the stats to show it. You know? But, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, because
you can't win a Super Bowl with Keenan Allen in his freaking first couple years, and Antonio Gates, and then you got Joe Dusty, dude, and Geno Smith.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of insane. Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. So, let's see. Do you consider, let's see. Do you think that Joe Burrow would get to Hall of Fame like standards at the end of his career?
Well, you can't really make that right now. He's only 5 games in his career. If he stays on the pace that he is now, and he already builds, yeah.
You know, I would say too. If he somehow gets traded from the shit team he's on, you know, he might have a chance of making it out. You know, but if he stays on the Bengals his whole career, like Andy Dalton, well, not like Andy Dalton anymore, or like AJ Green, I don't think he's gonna have a pretty decent career.
Yeah, I think he's
oh my God, Dante Culpepper.
Quarterbacks in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I think Justin Herbert's gonna be the best quarterback of this draft, though. Not sure when we're gonna get to see Tua play, but hopefully soon.
Tua does look pretty good, I have to say. Tua, you know, we haven't seen him play, of course, but Tua, you know, his times in college were actually really substantially insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, I just threw a fucking pick, dude. Golden ticket. But, you know, I'm not really paying attention to the game that much. But, you know, who else? Who else might be in Hall of Fame talk?
How do you feel about DK Metcalf?
Dude, here. DK Metcalf, insane wide receiver. I think that he's gonna make it super far into his career. No.
I think as long as he can avoid injuries, he'll be good.
Oh yeah, if he avoids injuries, you know, he's a pretty tall guy, so it's kind of hard for him to avoid injuries. You know, the taller you are. Dude, I just missed one good time.
Russell Wilson's gonna try to get higher targets because he's obviously very athletic and he's tall. His whole frame is just built.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna try to get that high ball because he's obviously gonna win jump ball.
Yeah, of course he is, God, especially on a small little corner.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I just want to take a look at the chat real quick. Yeah, we got a person in here named Froggy. Froggy. I don't even know who that is, but hey,
Well,
pretty cool.
We'll remember you as our
first spectator of the goddamn the podcast, you know. But getting back on track, you know, he already left. So
we'll just post it to YouTube.
you know, DK, if he continues on the way he is, he has a really good chance of making it to Hall of Fame.
Yes, I'd say. I believe that. And when Russell Wilson said, I want to be like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, I do believe what the words coming out of his mouth, I think it's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I might rage quit from this game. All he's doing is fucking run plays. But
because he is just
dude, DK Metcalf has another 9 seasons with Russell if they both stay on the same team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
9 seasons with Russell Wilson, bro. And Pete Carroll. Oh my God, dude.
Draft picks on the way.
Dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Russell, an older Russell Wilson like a prime Russell Wilson, because they say quarterbacks are in the prime later in their career, which frankly Russell Wilson is inside his later careers. Um, a prime Russell Wilson and a prime goddamn DK Metcalf. Wow.
How since we're on the quarterback subject, I've noticed some substantial growth by Josh Allen.
Dude,
Like,
Josh Allen from last year to this year, wow,
crazy.
insane, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Like even fantasy, dude. First week, everyone thought he was gonna be bad. Second week, 17 points, he got 35.
Yeah, comes out swinging.
And yeah.
But you know, do you think that Josh Allen might be a high star caliber quarterback in his near future?
I don't feel like it's just a luck year.
Me
I
either.
feel like it's definitely gonna keep continuing.
You know, I can see how he is grown. And it's actually really good growth too. It's not bad growth. And he's on the Bills team, you know, they've not had that good quarterbacks in their recent years. So, you know, I feel like Josh Allen is a franchise quarterback for the Bills, and the Bills are only going to get better, so
yeah,
good
and
combo.
they just added this year Stefan Diggs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name. That guy. Yeah, definitely. I feel like their defense when they're healthy again with all their linebackers. It's gonna be great.
Okay, back on the Hall of Fame talk.
How do you feel about Cam Newton in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. Cam Newton.
It's actually very.
Cam Newton, you know, has been involved in one Super Bowl, I believe, in my knowledge.
Yeah,
One Super Bowl, lost a Super Bowl to a goated Peyton Manning. But other than that, you know, Cam Newton has won an MVP, you know, probably the highest accolade.
Yeah.
Literally probably like the highest accolade you can get is winning an MVP.
Most valuable player of the league and put it into top defense.
You know,
I feel like
he's done that, run rookie of the year.
he's got.
If he doesn't have like a really big substantial injury, I feel like he might get to the Hall of Fame level, you know, because honestly, that season with the Panthers that he went to the Super Bowl, that was a magical year.
Yeah, they had one of the best records of the year.
Yeah, 16 and wait,
No, like
15 and 1. Yeah, that's insane. Oh, they almost got Dan Marino's 17 and 0 record when he was on the Dolphins, but yeah, you know,
they had Steve Smith, right, that year?
yeah, yeah, they had a really insane defense too, but you know, I think if you want to put Phillip Rivers in the debate whether he gets inside the Hall of Fame or not, you have to put Cam Newton. Yeah, because Cam Newton has more accolades, way more accolades than old boy Phillip. So yeah. Okay, so we're talking a lot about quarterbacks, right? We're only talking about one skill position other than a quarterback. How about Ezekiel Elliott?
Ezekiel Elliott. I feel like he had a very great first rookie year. After that, he kind of fell off. I feel like he's climbing, trying to climb up. And if he can just get back, like his line kind of fell off too there for a little bit, but I feel like he's just still a top running back, and that he's gonna have a chance of being in the Hall of Fame.
as well as myself, you know, he's very consistent, I would say, in his craft. You know, with Dak Prescott injured, you know, sad, but you know,
It was terrible.
yeah,
He was on the road to being Peyton Manning's passing record
but
too.
you know, Zeke is definitely gonna get some more touches this year. Probably gonna have a pretty good, really good year. Well over 1,000 yards, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Um, and
How do
honestly,
you?
I think that he will go on to the Hall of Fame if he keeps on the rate. You know, he's pretty young, and yeah, he's actually really having a good
If
season.
you're Zeke, how are you handling Dak Prescott's injury? Because
You know,
they both came into the league at the same time, and now he's about his top guy.
I just take I would look at Dak's injury as more of a boost of like ego and more of like a boost of like, oh, I want to do this for Dak. You know,
You think?
I feel like he's gonna really show out, put the team on his back. You know, Andy Dalton, backup quarterback, not that bad of a quarterback, honestly. But
We'll just
but
see
you know,
how it turns.
but you know, the Cowboys' defense is a little bit questionable, and you need to put up high points to win if you're a Cowboy. So I think that Ezekiel is gonna fill that spot, and hopefully he shows out.
Yeah, hopefully you have a really good rushing ground scrimmage yards this season, and then hopefully some touchdowns. I think hopefully Andy Dalton turns into like that Ryan Tannehill type of guy, to where he was on a terrible team, and then he moves over and does phenomenal. So
Oh, that'd be
me
cool.
as a
That'd be cool.
Giants fan, I feel like fuck. I mean, yeah, rip to Dak Prescott. But it sucks to say. I think that Andy Dalton with a good line, he's gonna be able to just hit that target other than Michael Gallup, CD Lamb on
Yeah. Um. How do you feel about Marshawn Lynch being inside the Hall of Fame?
TV. I feel like it's gonna happen either first or second ballot, no lower.
I, I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know, he's got a chip
And
under his belt. Um, he played for a long time. I saw it on the Pat McAfee show about 2 years ago. He interviewed him, and you know, Marshawn is a very good guy. You know, and he has accolades to back up. He had the monster run, probably the best run of last decade. Um, and you know, it's beast mode. You know, he's in a lot of NFL commercials still. You know, and honestly, he can come back inside the league and still do amazing numbers. So, yeah, I definitely think that Marshawn Lynch would be inside the Hall of Fame one day, you know, in the near future.
no, I definitely yeah, I feel you. Do you know who Nikhil Harry is?
No,
Oh well, okay, never mind. Yeah, how do you feel about, do you think, like, what do you feel about the DK and Chase Claypool situation?
oh well, you know, um, we have another person on the broadcast that's gonna be here a lot of the times, most of the times, but his name is Logan Crocker. And you know, he's a Steelers fan. He has a lot of hope inside Chase Claypool, and I do too. Honestly, he looks like a very good prospect. He looks like a younger DK Metcalf, you know, only by a year, but you know, it's still younger than him. Um, and he looks like a very well-rounded guy. Um, I just hope that Chase Claypool doesn't get into injuries or DK. But you know, I think that Chase, you know, he's a very good prospect. You know, he had that breakout game last week. Insane game. 4 touchdowns in total, 1 rushing, 3 receiving, and he looks pretty good right now. I think that last game was a breakout game for him, definitely. It just shows to Ben Roethlisberger that he can trust him and all that, and I think he's gonna have a really good season. But all in all, you can't go against DK Metcalf. You know, DK Metcalf is just a freak of nature, honestly. Like, I don't think he's better than DK, but maybe one day he'll surpass DK. I don't know, but I think that both of them will have a pretty good career. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I feel like if they can stay healthy, they're going to be able to really be explosive. I feel like Steelers are going to have to get a quarterback here at some point, so maybe, who knows, maybe Chase Claypool might go up and you got a guy like, you know, Patrick Mahomes, super young stuff, maybe.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, DK Metcalf definitely has a better quarterback in the situation, as in Russell Wilson, the so far 2020 to 2021 season MVP. But as far as that goes, you know, I think both prospects are really good. You know, DK Metcalf had that insane rookie season, insane playoffs his rookie season. You know, he's already a record holder, so it's pretty good for him. And yeah, I just want to see how both their careers progress. Okay.
I think it's gonna be fun to watch this bigger receivers.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you think has had a better career so far? Okay. Melvin Gordon or Todd Gurley?
I feel like Todd Gurley was definitely a better. Actually, Todd Gurley had a really good career. Well, he's still in his career, but his first career got hurt was really good. And Melvin Gordon was really like Pro Bowl type running back, and then he didn't use his money, so he opted out of the season for a while. But he's back now. And so far, I think it's gonna have to go Todd Gurley.
Yeah, it goes for Todd Gurley for me too, but I just bring up this question because, you know, it's 2 running backs that don't really get brought up in the league. You know, because they're not on very good teams, you know. And, you know, Todd Gurley, you know, well past his prime stage, I would say, but he's still making a living for himself down at the Falcons, you know. Yeah. I really like his role in the Falcons, being like an aide for Matt Ryan, who is really struggling right now. Well, not struggling, sorry. He's struggling to score and keep leads, his defenses. But, you know, and I feel like the Falcons could be really good with Todd Gurley becoming more like comfortable with the whole entire team. Also, Melvin Gordon, you know, I don't know if you heard the news, happened last night, got a DUI. Yeah, that's, you know, it's probably a season ender for him. Hopefully it's not, because he's actually a really good running back and he's been really good this year. Yeah, you know, in terms of right now, I would give Todd Gurley the edge over Melvin Gordon, just because Melvin Gordon got the DUI. Melvin Gordon didn't. I would give Melvin Gordon the edge on who's better right now.
Yeah.
But How
How
do
do
you?
you feel about the rookie wide receiver class this year?
Oh, a lot of great talent. A lot of great talent. As we just mentioned, Chase Claypool a little bit earlier, really good talent in him. Second round pick. You know, a steal for the Steelers. Uh,
Who do
you
you
got
feel like
CeeDee
is
Lamb.
the best out of there so far?
It's a hard one. I'd give it to CeeDee Lamb, honestly, but
Yeah, you was CeeDee Lamb
it
with
would
Henry Ruggs.
it'd probably have to change uh, later because you know Dak is not uh, with the team anymore this year. Um, but CeeDee Lamb is having an amazing year. Literally, like, wow, probably one of the best wide receiver twos in the league, honestly. He's been really good this year, which is kind of a surprise, honestly. The whole entire class has been has been good. You know, you got Jerry Jeudy doing his thing at the Broncos. You got Henry Ruggs doing his thing. So you know, pretty good, pretty good. The only rookie that's underperforming for me from wide receivers is Michael Pittman on the Colts. You know, he was the Colts' first pick. You expect a first pick to be really good. Well, not really good, but at least decent. Um, you know, he did get hurt, had to go through 2 surgeries, so he's out for 3 weeks. But you know, I think he'll come back and be better. In his last game, before he got hurt, he had like 3 receptions for 40 yards. Not that bad, but it could be better. So yeah. Um, how do you think about the Kansas City halfback situation?
Ooh, I feel like it's definitely still just add more of the offense. You got a receiver in Tyreek Hill who's probably arguably the fastest receiver or player in the NFL. You got Travis Kelce, who is the best tight end in the NFL. He can run routes, he can block, he can do it all for you. He can catch a vertical pass, going upfield, he can outrun people. You got Damian Williams, who popped off in the Super Bowl last year. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, rookie running back. He's probably going to end up being the franchise back. And then you got Le'Veon Bell, who's 28 years old. Probably, he's still pretty young, and especially for your running back. And I feel like he's actually going to be able to produce numbers because he's with a way better line. He was Super Bowl champs last year instead of the 0-4 Jets. So I feel like I just feel like he's gonna pop off. So yeah, that's my take on it.
I feel like Le'Veon Bell and the Clyde Edwards-Helaire situation is kind of a tricky one, you know. If you're Andy Reid, you have to make a decision. You either start one, bench one, or you have a rotation. I would prefer a rotation of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Sorry. Wait, no. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You know, I think they should start him first in the game. You know, on first down plays because he's more elusive. On first down and then like second and short. You know. Oh well, no, sorry. First down and second and longs. Okay, and then I would start. And then after that, I would bring in Le'Veon Bell for kind of like a cleanup hitter in baseball. You know, that like power back. You know, on second and short, get those yards that you need, or on third and long to get like a pass. You know, because I feel like Le'Veon Bell is more like a get up in your face, get these yards, get them hard. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's more of the jolty rookie. Go.
Chris McCaffrey type of guy.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey type of guy. So I think that dynamic would be good for the Chiefs.
Me personally, I feel like you could even mix it up to where you can do that situation, but I think they should also try to maybe add Damian Williams to the mix, because you could do one play, one the next, and then one after that. So you guys are all going in and out, and you guys are all energized. And you got three different bodies coming at you.
So you're talking about how the Colts have it as a 3-man rotation.
Yeah, I'd do that, definitely.
The Colts running game is pretty good, I would say, so that could work for the Chiefs.
So you guys picked up Jonathan Taylor too.
Yeah. Okay. Going on from that, do you think Sam Darnold is a franchise quarterback?
I feel like he definitely has the potential to be. But once again, just like Le'Veon Bell and Robbie Anderson before he got traded, I feel like he's gonna have his career wasted in New York. He's gonna get up to about 30 years old, get traded to a team that's half decent, and I feel like he's gonna have a breakout year after that. And or maybe if he can just get a better offensive line, I feel like he has Josh Allen potential. But yeah, until he can get a good offensive line and some better receivers, he's gonna be down here.
I feel like you need to get out of Adam Gase's offense. I don't know. Adam Gase, he just made basically Le'Veon leave. And I think Sam Darnold's gonna leave too. I don't know when, but Sam Darnold, if he gets traded to another team, he could be a starter at another team. For example, the Giants. I can see him working on the Giants pretty well over Danny Dimes. Yeah, Dimes.
I feel like anyone who comes to the Giants, we no matter what need a better offensive line. I feel like any quarterback, unless you're obviously like a terrible quarterback, but if you had like Daniel Jones potential, anyone has the capability of, anyone's capable of fucking being able to be good with a good offensive line, I feel like.
Well, yeah, but I'd also like to see Sam Darnold get traded when some of these higher names retire. In a few years, Matt Ryan's gonna go. Boom. We could trade for Sam Darnold on the Falcons. He could probably do something.
He's gonna be gone pretty soon.
In 9 years. 9 years. He would be 40 in 9 years. Hopefully he makes it to 40, because if he does, I see Russell Wilson would probably have some accolades of his own. But other than that, Sam Darnold, taking in a spot for the Falcons when Matt Ryan's gone, I think would work pretty good. Throwing to Calvin Ridley, probably, he would still be hopefully on the team.
Pop off here right now.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like Sam Darnold could be a franchise quarterback somewhere else. Not on the Jets, because their staff is just really wonk.
How do you feel about who do you feel like? Do you feel like any teams are gonna maybe try to just sell because they want to get Trevor Lawrence in the first draft pick?
That might be what the Falcons are doing as of right now, honestly. I don't know if that is, but they should really consider it. The Lions should consider it. As a backup for Matthew Stafford. when he leaves. Um, the Colts,
Possibly,
the
yeah,
Colts, the Colts should consider it if they want to trade Jacoby Brissett.
maybe the 49ers.
The 49ers, yeah, definitely. I don't think that Jimmy Garoppolo will have another breakout year like he did. Um, also,
Do you
like,
think maybe the Raiders?
uh,
Maybe, or do you feel like Derek Carr's gonna still be able to keep the road
I
moving
feel
for a
like
couple more years?
I feel like Derek Carr can, and they also have Marcus Mariota, which I think still needs to prove something. Um, so yeah, Trevor Lawrence would be
Oh,
good.
maybe the Bears. The
Now,
Bears would be.
the Bears would be good to get Trevor Lawrence, but
I
they're
mean,
definitely
he
not
has
selling.
Nick Foles. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
falling around.
they're definitely not selling, you know. And Nick Foles is actually looking pretty top notch, I'd say, for
Yeah.
a backup quarterback almost his entire
Oh,
career.
maybe the Buccaneers.
Oh yes,
Pick
but
up Trevor Lawrence and have Tom Brady be his mentor towards out of the league.
dude, yeah, that is actually a really good play right there. You know,
Who's a better
if
mentor for
if
freaking Trevor Lawrence?
if you get Trevor Lawrence a mentor like Tom Brady for like it doesn't even have to be 2 years. It can be only 1 year. I don't really know. I don't really care. If you give
Maybe the
him that
Packers.
mentor, and then you give him the weapons that he has, Gronk is probably gonna leave with Tom Brady, so
With
it's probably
him,
out of the
Gronk,
picture.
Chris
No,
Godwin, Mike
no. I
Evans.
think that Gronk is gonna retire again
Yeah.
when Tom Brady leaves. So
But he's got Mike
Trevor
Evans, Chris
Lawrence got O.J.
Godwin.
Howard,
Yeah.
a young tight end. It's I wouldn't say he's really good, but he's decent. Um, you got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin, two maybe like the best wide receiver core ever in the league, honestly. And then you got some good running backs, some good young running backs. Not sticking Leonard Fournette. I think that he might get traded in the meantime. But you got Ron Jones, who is really good. Um, and honestly, if they draft Trevor Lawrence after Brady retires, they're gonna have a nice young team on their hands. They also got Tristan Wirfs, also a rookie this year. They're gonna have a young team. It's gonna be fun to
Yeah,
watch.
or how do you feel about the Packers situation? Do you feel like Jordan Love is going to be a good replacement for Aaron Rodgers?
You know, they're doing the old Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre thing they did, you know. But I don't know. Um, Jordan Love, you know, coming out of the draft class wasn't really as promising as some of the other quarterbacks. That's why um, they were low-key kind of puzzled when Green Bay picked him up. But I guess Green
Especially
Bay,
Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, I guess Green Bay just has an eye for him. But I don't think that he's gonna start anytime soon, because Aaron Rodgers is looking the best he has ever looked right now, and that's actually a really fun sight to see. You
And
know,
yeah, he's pretty old too.
uh, Green Bay, you know, as you know already undefeated. Um, and yeah, you know, they got Devontae Adams back. I think they can actually do some insane things. You know, I think the injury of Devontae Adams, even though he's on my fantasy football team, was actually really like good for the Packers as an offense because Aaron Rodgers threw to Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard showed up. You know, he proved they can be an elite wide receiver.
Well, now he's gone for the year.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's injured. He's out indefinitely.
Oh, shit. Well, that sucks. um, and then you got Aaron Jones in the backfield. Probably,
Aaron Jones is one
I'd
of the most promising running backs
say
this year.
top three running back, honestly, Aaron Jones is
Yeah,
insane.
no one even knew about him really 2 years ago until he had one good game, and now he keeps on having it consistently. He's more underrated running backs in my opinion.
Yes, yes, yes.
Same with Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah, you talk about Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is putting on a career for him right here in this one little goddamn season. I'll say that myself. Jesus Christ. At this rate, he's gonna be Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Maybe no, he's not gonna win MVP.
oh hell no.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
but yeah. So
How do you feel about the Broncos situation with Drew Lock?
Drew Lock, you know, a lot of people have really good faith in Drew Lock. I personally don't see it. You know,
I don't see it right now until they get a better line. But this injury right there really cost him. But within Cortland Sutton coming back soon, next year hopefully, I feel like Cortland Sutton's gonna have a really phenomenal career when he comes back.
yeah, I just don't feel like the Broncos. They've had pretty bad quarterback experiences, except for Peyton Manning. In the past last decade, I would say. You got Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was a bust. And then after Peyton Manning left, they didn't really have anyone, honestly. They were just
They Brock Osweiler.
seeing Brock Osweiler, then Joe Flacco, then Trevor Siemian, a bunch of old players that are about to retire and all that. So, and then a bunch of new players that were not even good at all. So, the Broncos quarterback situation is kind of bad, but I feel like will figure it out in the time coming.
Within John Elway being their
Yeah.
owner.
I would like to ask, NFL, right? We go to the 101st season, okay, and coronavirus hits. You know, there's like no fans in stadiums. The only fans that are in stadiums, I believe, is Dallas, Indiana. Might be some other teams, but those are the only teams I recall that have actual fans in their stadium. But I guess the NFL is losing a lot of money from doing this season, so at least we actually have a season this year for football. I also want to talk about some fantasy, because, fantasy is really, really, really exciting to me, at least. You know, who do you think has been the most best fantasy player, like the best, like, I don't know how to say it, like, at quarterback, who's been the best for fantasy for you so far?
For me,
Yes. Well, not for you, but like in your eyes, who has?
either Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, or Josh Allen, most definitely. I feel like Dak Prescott was gonna have a phenomenal season. With him on the pace of 6,700 some passing yards. I feel like this injury is gonna be really costly for him, and hopefully he can return back the same. Yeah, it just sucks that that happened. But yeah, he averaged like hella passing yards a game with a bunch of touchdowns. Russell Wilson's got, we don't even need to talk about him. We can already figure that one out. And Josh Allen just exploded.
Yeah.
So,
I'm really, I expected Russell Wilson and Dak to have pretty well numbers, because Dak, he's always put up numbers, he's always in a pass-heavy offense, yard-heavy offense. And Russell Wilson has always been consistent throughout the years. Um, but Josh Allen really came to a surprise to me. I have Russell Wilson and Josh Allen on my fantasy team, and Josh Allen being an insane quarterback so far. Averaging about 27, I think. which is really insane. It's either 27 or 30. Um, I'm also pretty happy for Kyler Murray as well. Kyler Murray, you know, averaging 26, which is actually quite a lot. Aaron Rodgers as well. Aaron Rodgers averaging 30 plus with Russell Wilson and maybe Josh Allen, I forgot. But you know, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are having really good seasons and they're stat makers in fantasy.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, what are the running backs that you want to tell people to look out for this week?
Oh, this week, probably, I would say obviously Kamara, because he's he's just like he's just a great running back, and we know he doesn't disappoint us. He's a very consistent running back. I would say also, let's go. I would say maybe Le'Veon Bell at Buffalo, because we all know how bad Buffalo's defense is this year. It's not good.
Yeah. I just wanna coach you on something. Alvin Kamara does have a bye week this week.
Oh fuck.
I don't know if you know that, but yes.
Oh no, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, Jonathan Taylor at Cincy, because we all know how bad that team is.
Yes.
Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor might have a breakout game, honestly, against Cincinnati Bengals defense, which is not very good. I would look out for Todd Gurley as well. Todd Gurley going against the Vikings, not that good of a defense as well. A lot of points scored on him. I would look out for Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones has been consistently really good.
Possibly James Conner.
James Conner. James Conner going against Cleveland Browns. I don't. The Cleveland Browns defense is actually surprising me this year. Honestly, I think that there would be way more worse. So James Conner against the Cleveland Browns, I'm not too sure about it. I like Ezekiel Elliott against Arizona. That's pretty good. And yeah, honestly, those guys are on your lookout. If you're going against one of them, got one of them on your team, you better start one of them. What are the wide receivers you're looking forward to this week?
Ooh. I personally, this is a hard one, because you got. This is a hard one because you got Adam Thielen at Atlanta, and Atlanta's lost a lot of their secondary this year. I would say Tyler Boyd, even though he has had a good couple of weeks, he's playing against Indiana, and we all know how good that defense is. CeeDee Lamb, I'll watch out for him. I'm gonna say Chase Claypool, just because he has Williams and maybe Big Ben will start hitting, and definitely Justin Jefferson at Atlanta too.
I would say you know, you better be on the lookout for Chris Godwin. I can see him having a pretty good game if he comes back this week. You know, he is questionable, so if he does come back, I would think that he'd have a good game against the Green Bay Packers, because you know the Packers, they have had the best offense, which means they get more touches on defense. So you know it's a lot of yards. I would also watch out for DeAndre Hopkins as well. DeAndre Hopkins going against the Dallas defense, that is really bad. I can tell you that much. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? I would look out for um I would look out for maybe Devontae Adams if you have him, you know, because Cleveland doesn't have the best secondary. They have better run defense and secondary, so I can see Aaron Rodgers airing it out this week. And my underrated wide receiver that you should pick up before this week is definitely Jamison Crowder from the Jets. He's been averaging 24 points and is very good. Literally the only person Sam Darnold passes to. So yeah. But yeah, that's like that's like all the wide receivers I would say that you need to be looking out for.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, if in one of your leagues no one has Jonnu Smith yet, you better pick him up. Looking like the best tight end.
17.5 points a week.
He's looking like a top 3 tight end in fantasy right now. Who else is a good tight end? Travis Kelce, of course. Mark Andrews, George Kittle. You know the big names.
Here's a hard one because there's Zach Ertz, who's on the Eagles. The receiving core is all hurt right now. So do you either want to pick him up because he's the best target, but at the same time he's also going to cover like most likely double coverage, triple coverage because he's the best receiver.
That's true. And Carson Wentz, as you know, is not one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So yeah. But some busts that you want to look out for this week. Definitely do not start Kenyon Drake. He's having a really bad season so far.
Never heard him.
Who else? Let's see. Who else has been underperforming? I would say Austin Hooper has been underperforming as well. You know, everyone would have thought that he would be good on a new team, but it doesn't look like that so far. Evan Ingram underperforming as well. Try and find a better tight end like Darren Waller. Trade for him if you can. I'd also say that Zach Ertz, you know, he's a good tight end. Only gonna be the one targeted. But after this week, if he doesn't have a good week, then you probably want to bench him. He's not really doing that much of good numbers this week. I mean this year. So who else? I think that's it for tight ends, honestly. Yeah. Just some of them are underperforming, I'd say. Oh yeah, Gronk is definitely underperforming.
Definitely, he's pretty much just a blocker.
Yeah, he's literally got 5 points average. You definitely want to pick up a new tight end if you got Rob Gronk. But other than that, yeah. The best defenses so far in fantasy, definitely Indiana, you know, Chiefs. You know, those defenses are probably top 2. Baltimore, you know, kickers. I don't really care for the kickers, honestly. You know, Green Bay's kicker would be a really good investment because they score a shit ton. Also Dallas too. They score a shit ton as well. You know. And yeah. How do you feel Christian McCaffrey's gonna do when he comes back from injury?
I feel like there's one or two things that happen. He's either gonna come back super explosive, or he's gonna come back injury prone. Hopefully he is not re-injure himself.
Yeah. If Christian McCaffrey turns injury prone, I actually feel really sorry for him because, coming out of college, he was honestly a college player that I would watch regularly. I really loved his college. Runs and all that. Yeah, and his first rookie year was magical. And yeah, so it'd be really bummer if he's injury prone. Talking about injury prone, I don't like to say it because you're a Giants fan, but Saquon he's looking rough out there. How do you feel about him?
I feel like he's gonna come back and he's gonna come back and he's gonna come back just as good as he was before. I think he's just one of those guys who's got that heart in him,
And that like toughness, right?
that drive.
Yeah, he's got a lot of toughness.
He's gonna come back and gonna get it. He's so talented too. He's not just gonna let it slip.
On two knee tears, bad. It's bad to see a player of his caliber do that, but hopefully he comes back stronger. It reminds me of Derrick Rose a little bit. Goes from an insane season and then gets injured, then hopefully he comes back better than him though. Uh, there's two top tier running backs that have gotten injured this year, which is actually kind of insane to think about. How do you think that Michael Thomas is gonna do on his team, since there is some bad blood between the Saints and him?
He is not gonna do what everyone what he's standards are held to. I think he's gonna underperform greatly because it's just
honestly me too. Because Drew Brees is underperforming this year, and without a good Drew Brees, you're not gonna get a good season.
Yeah.
And Michael Thomas, pretty sure punched a guy, punched his own teammate in the face in practice. Tempers are running wild for that young man, but hopefully he gets back to square one with the Saints and comes back strong. But he's definitely not gonna have the same season he did last year.
No.
Who else? We already talked about Melvin Gordon getting a DUI. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton is underperforming tremendously. I would trade him right now. That he's not going super down. Who else? Yeah, the Le'Veon situation, I feel like is really good for him. Finally on a good team, he's gonna get the drive that he had while he was in Pittsburgh on a good team, and I think he's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Okay, Titans last week destroyed the Bills.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Literally just pooped on them, pooped inside their mouth. Ryan Tannehill had a game. Derrick Henry had a game. Josh Allen did not have a game, but you know, sometimes that happens, and
Yeah.
Josh Allen only is gonna learn from it, hopefully, and be better. You know, he hasn't had a game yet where he was just met with a brick wall in his face, so it's probably a learning experience for a young mind like him. I think it's good for him. And yeah, how do you feel about Justin Herbert?
I feel like he's right now. I feel like he's the best quarterback out of this class.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
He's way bigger than Joe Burrow too.
Joe Burrow, low-key kind of underperforming, but how do you think the Charger situation is gonna work when Tyrod Taylor gets back on his feet?
I feel like we're gonna keep Joe Burrow. I feel like he's getting another wide receiver next
You
year.
mean Joe Herbert? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird because I feel kind of bad for, you know, my guy. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Brain fart. Help me.
What was it?
The guy who got injured on the Chargers. Yeah, you know, I think Tyrod Taylor, like, it's kind of unfair for him because every single time that he's got replaced on a team, it's because of an injury. So I don't know. It's kind of unfair for him, but yeah. Julio Jones has also been underperforming. Yeah, injury really screwed him up. But yeah, you know, a lot of players you wouldn't think would boom are booming right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And the ones that you think would have are not. You know, for example, Kenny Drake. Taking a lot of people's third round pick, I would say, and you know he's underperforming, really underperforming. Julio Jones, probably a lot of people's first pick, underperforming. You know, but yeah, but yeah. So I think it's time to wrap it up. Time to wrap it up. Hopefully tomorrow we have some more news. And tomorrow, hopefully we can get Logan Crocker in there. Alright. Say whatever you want to say, 10.
Yeah, not a bad first interview podcast thingy. We're gonna see you again. Bye.
Yeah. It's been Diego Luna and the boys, and I'm gonna catch you later. Oh, I forgot. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'll officially catch you later.